Welcome, welcome. Phoenix here, and I am here with part 4 of Robocop Rogue City, and part like 293 of cleaning this apartment. But yeah, um, making some progress. I actually spent quite a few hours getting after last night's storm. We brought all the stuff in from the porch, the balcony, and we got everything set up on the porch. Did a little bit of cleaning inside, got some stuff moved. Um, had a few smokes, and I put some stickers up on the windows, some Zelda stickers. Uh, it's interesting how like I didn't even intend for it, but how it formulates. Like there's the Zelda, and I got more than Zelda stickers. There's Zelda stickers, and then there's actually some gratitude and like love stickers, and they're all like interconnected, but they actually formulate a cross, which is like I didn't intend for that, but it just worked out that way. Like I didn't realize when I was putting them up that way, I was just putting them like parallel and like I was trying to make them even, and they formulated a cross, which is interesting. But yeah, so we are at the end, I believe. I mean, it seems like this would be the end of this campaign, and then there'll be DLC I hear coming out later. So hopefully we can get this done in this part. If not, then I guess there'll be a part 5. That's okay. And then of course, stuff happens, technical difficulties, so it might cut out or might not. Stuff happens that's out of our control. So, but ideally, I'd like to get it finished in this stream. Let's hear some Robocop music. I'm gonna turn this camera off because I'm about to get started, so you'll hear my voice though. All right, let's go. Like I got some pepper in my nose.
Before the attack, we all thought our money would be safe at the OCP bank.
Yeah, glad we got Murphy on our team.
Hey Ray, I'm glad to be on the team, says Murphy.
I have pertinent information regarding the case.
We'll get to that, Murphy. But right now, it's time for your psych evaluation. Becker will chew my ear off if I don't make sure you take part in it. So go. Dr. Blanche is already waiting in the observation room. Once it's over, join us in the briefing room.
Yes, sir. Hold on. The holding cell. I thought I'm doing the psych evaluation downstairs. Okay, I guess I'll go. Hold on. Okay, it is up this floor.
What's the big idea?
Piece of junk taser blew
yeah.
the fuse when I tried to charge it.
Oh, yeah. Talk to O'Neill.
Robocop, is that you? I can't see anything.
I am standing in front of you, Officer O'Neill. Is there a problem?
Oh, CP skimps on everything when it comes to the police.
Ironic.
Fired our maintenance guy to reduce their costs, so now we are literally in the dark.
Hey, love.
Hey, what's up?
I am on stream right now. I just started a stream like maybe less than 5-10 minutes ago.
Okay, so you didn't go to your parents?
No, I talked to Dad, and he called me and said he changed his mind, and that we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's starting to rain now, anyways.
I think that's what he was talking about. Is it's raining, so. In
Yeah.
fact, I know that's what he was talking about. So.
Like sprinkling. Okay. I was like, your mom said there's been a lot of these geese, man.
Right.
Look, we didn't do it. We didn't move your nest. I'm sorry. Just go away.
Yeah, I had called you. like, I don't know, before I started
I
the
was
stream.
at work.
I know. I'm just saying. Like I tried to call you.
I know. I was just.
Go ahead.
What's up?
No, go ahead.
I was like, so that's what.
Chicken butt.
So we're not going to your parents.
Not today. No. They made it clear that it'll be tomorrow. I even have this gift for him, and I wanted to give it to him today, but I have to wait till tomorrow to give it to him. So.
Yeah, he said don't do it today. Well, your mom said she texted.
What the hell? Maybe she accidentally hung up or something. I'm sure she'll call back. I'm gonna want to listen to that ringtone again. That's a badass ringtone. Hold on. Wait until she calls back. I should have that as a ringback tone. I used to have ringback tones. I need to get a ringback tone, man. Get a modern, a new one to fit the occasion. Okay, maybe she won't call back. I have to call her back. Hopefully nothing happened. Hold on.
Hello, you have reached.
Yeah. Maybe her phone died? Well, there's no way for me to know right now. Until she calls back. I assume everything's okay. It's probably just her phone died or something.
We need to get the power back on.
I am equipped to deal with such situations.
Yes. I am equipped, says Murphy.
Follow the cables. They should take you to the fuse box.
Follow the cables. Follow the cables.
So it wasn't a mistake when they didn't send us insulated gloves.
I'm afraid not. Looks like OCP is really cutting costs where it can. God knows what they'll cut next. Or who.
Cutting costs,
Hey,
and except for
what's
their
that look
fucking...
supposed to mean?
Yeah. Cutting costs my ass. More like redirecting funds to what they want to fucking redirect funds to. Spend way too much on some shit, and then not enough on the basic shit for everybody, dude. The fuck? Okay. Following the cables. I mean, there is a fucking fuse box right here, but go downstairs. It makes more sense that it would be downstairs. Yeah, that makes way more sense. It would be downstairs. Usually fuse boxes are on the lowest floor. Maybe in the garage. That would make sense. This is the lowest floor. Here we go. Okay, so it's this one, then this one, then that one.
Oh, that's Detroit's shining beacon of hope.
Thanks for the help, Murphy.
We are going to build a brand new city where Detroit now stands.
And fuck the old city,
Delta
huh?
City is the only hope that we have.
Wow. Instead of, I don't know, like, you know, fixing things and helping people who are in this city, you want to just wipe away everyone and everything and, like, start from scratch in your fucking stupid utopia plan. Yeah. Right.
I'm ready for you, Robo. All right, let's see what's cooking under the hood. Once I'm done, he's all yours, Doctor.
I always was a kind of a C student. Got an A or
Hello,
a B
Murphy.
once in a while.
Congratulations. I've seen your accomplishment on TV. I hope that I'll manage to remain professional despite sitting opposite a celebrity. How do you feel about being acclaimed as a hero again?
These two, I definitely. These two, I'm definitely. Either one would be like, but I'm gonna do it. I don't do it for fame. I do not do it for
I
fame.
serve the public trust. I do not do it for fame.
No. Your sense of duty is what drives you. That's clear.
Indeed.
I'm sure you'd love to share this accomplishment with Anne Lewis. You've seen her at the hospital, haven't you? How is she?
She is stable.
You cherish that relationship, don't you? She's an important part of your life. Your past life, too.
She is.
Yep.
Just like your family.
She is family.
You're very protective of your past.
OCP cut me off from my family.
And how do you view their decision to separate you from them?
It was cruel.
To everyone involved, I'm sure. Nevertheless, you still think about them, don't you? What comes to mind when you try to remember your family? I see. Memories can be painful. Especially when they're connected to the ones you love. They tend to remind us of what we're missing. The thief that broke into my house I mentioned before? He was my brother. He was an addict who'd come over to steal things to sell so he could buy drugs. As you can imagine, my last memory of us together is not a happy one. But despite that, I still wouldn't want to lose it. It serves as a reminder of how I failed him.
Oh, dude.
And I've been trying to rectify it ever since.
I do not remember my family. I can only feel them.
These feelings,
man.
how do they manifest themselves?
He's literally, he even said, I don't remember my family, I only feel them, but that's not the truth, is it, Murphy? It's both. You remember them and you feel. Because you're not a machine. You're part machine, but you're all man.
I cannot explain, but OCP sees them as obstacles that need to be removed.
That's what a Sith would say.
And now you're afraid that they sent me here to convince you they are right?
Did they?
What you need to understand is that regardless of outside influences, my client's well-being takes highest priority. Especially now that I understand how important these memories are to you. I will fight for you in every way I know how. If you let me. I think this is a good place to end this session. Thank you for your honesty.
Thank
It
you,
certainly
Dr.
has been
Blanche.
noted.
Thank you, Dr. Blanche, for being a good person. Who cares?
I've got plenty to think about for now.
So does Murphy. So does Alex. Alex is his first name. Dude, it's, and people nowadays, oftentimes people see being emotional, especially about something that, I don't know, people, I guess, oftentimes they say, oh, it doesn't affect you, it's just fictional, it's just a story. That's not true. Not to me. Because all our lives are stories. And I am, yes, I'm tearing up, and I'm feeling the emotions. I'm feeling it as though I am Murphy. I'm Alex. I put myself in the shoes of other people. That's my superpower. I can step into the mind of other people, and I can feel as they do, as I imagine they do. That's my superpower. And sometimes it can break me. Sometimes it can empower me. Sometimes it's both. Oftentimes it's both. It's a blessing and it's a curse. I just prefer to see it more as a blessing, as a superpower, not a disability. I prefer to see it as a superpower, an ability. That not everyone has to this level, but I know that everyone is capable of doing the same thing. I think they call it empathy. And I've been told, and I do agree with there's a title that people have who have this ability. They call them empaths. And it's a lot. It's a lot sometimes, but I'm doing my best. Doing my best to balance it. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, just keep following the road.
But the road ends here.
What was that? You're breaking up.
Am I? I'm hearing you clearly.
Oh my god, what a lemon.
Really?
You two seem to be enjoying yourselves.
Just having a little fun with our fellow dispatcher.
Don't worry, I'm
About
sure the kid has
chaos
a sense
you
of
could
humor.
cause.
It's just a little blue hazing. And he's an OCP stooge anyway.
You're not going soft on us, are you, Murphy?
That did not sound like fun.
It's not like he didn't deserve it.
You know that he runs to Becker with a stack of papers every time you two talk, right? He's a rat.
We're just looking out for you, Murphy.
Think about your actions and how they affect other people, guys. Think about the chaos that you caused by just hazing him. Think about it.
All right. The situation at the bank was contained in a relatively smooth fashion. So what did we learn from it?
When it's their money on the line, OCP will send Robocop, the entire SWAT team, and a bunch of Ed 209s that actually work.
Anything else?
Wendell Antonowski no longer deals with the street vultures.
That's right. There's been a rift in their midst, and I want to know why.
Spike has proven to be talkative under suitable conditions.
That's why I want you all to head to the city and do some actual police work. We need to find Spike. The attack on OCP Bank was a desperate move. I'm sure there's plenty of theories floating around. So we need to listen to what the streets are saying to find where the vultures are hiding.
I know someone versed in street talk.
Talk to him. And, oh, I almost forgot. Murphy, once you're downtown, the old man wants to meet with you.
Oh, the old man himself? What an honor.
Yeah, he's the closest Detroit has to real-life royalty. Maybe for saving him all that money, he'll knight you or something.
Enough! Head downtown, ask around, and most importantly, find Spike.
Still hating on Murphy, man. No matter what Murphy does, no matter what Alex does, that's the thing, though. Is that's the thing. Is no matter how good or bad of a person you are, there will always be people that love you and people that hate you, people that like you, that dislike you, and that's the truth too. So just be who you are, I guess. Not I guess. Just be who you are.
Robocop! Over here! You wouldn't want to make the mayor of Detroit wait, would you?
May I help you, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, it's me who's gonna do the helping. You know John Mills, I presume? The OCP puppet who's gunning for my seat as mayor? I've heard from a reliable source that he's planning to make you the highlight of his election bid. Judging by your expressive face, he hasn't talked to you about it yet, huh? That's what I figured. What a slimy bastard. Using your image to influence the good people of this city, and without your consent? That's clearly something that I would never do. But you know that I've always appreciated what you're doing for our city, right? So, the real question is, what are we gonna do about it together?
I will not let OCP take over this city.
I knew you'd understand. I need to go. Campaign season is busy, but let me leave you with one word of advice. Whatever you do, make it clear that you are not siding with Mills. You can be sure that they'll twist your every word and use it against you. That's what OCP does. Thanks for the talk, Robocop. Say no to Delta City. Vote for the neighborhoods. Vote for Kuzak.
I should have had Mills. I should have. I was thinking about asking for Mills. I still want to hear Mills' side. I should. I made my choice. The first thing I thought was I'm not going to allow OCP to take over the city, and that's true. And you know, I hope your words are true, Mayor Kuzak. I didn't. That's the thing. It is what it is.
Robocop is getting a face-to-face.
That was my first thought. Was I'm not gonna let OCP.
I'd tell him all about how the OCP is fucking us over.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't say a word if you actually met him.
Why? Did you meet him?
Last year's Thanksgiving parade, I was part of a column dedicated to protecting his dog.
What? How come this is the first time I'm hearing this? Officer Ramirez, a licensed dog walker.
Shut up, Kaplan.
Hey, Shiny. Got a job for you.
Shiny? And he flipped me off.
How are
he
you
was
feeling
smoking.
after the incident at the bank?
Who gives a shit? I heard that you're heading to the city. Once you're out there, I want you to check one apartment for me. There's suspicion of domestic terrorism and corporate espionage, so expect a warm welcome.
Should I assume hostility from the suspect?
I assume you'll find sensitive data there. Look for it thoroughly and make sure it comes straight back to my hands. Tenement across the street from the arcade, apartment 12. Now go, I've got to prepare for a meeting. And remember, if you won't take care of it, another cop will have to. Another cop that isn't quite as resistant to deadly surprises as you are.
Wow. Go to the suspicious apartment. Hold on, objectives. I don't have any other objectives right now. Let me try and call her back now. Let's see if her phone is on. Let me try and call her back and see if her phone is on. Make sure everything's okay.
Hey, love, what's up?
Well, hey, your phone died, and I tried calling you back after I waited for you to call me back, and it was dead. So I was just
It's
making
not
sure everything's
dead.
okay.
I don't know why it didn't go through. It's not dead.
Oh yeah, I thought it was you lost battery or something. You lost power.
No, my phone actually hung up, and I was like, well, he's stupid. If he wants to talk, he'll call back.
And I did.
Yeah, I'm at pretty much 38th and Sherman. Like, I'm at the stoplight waiting for it to turn green, so I'm almost home.
Okay.
I'll have to check the weather app and stuff, but the sky looks almost like eerie kind of again. So I don't know if it's going to be more of the same like we had last night or not.
It could be. If it is, then we'll deal with it.
Yeah, and the tornado wasn't in Castleton, it was in Carmel. Which is
Well,
still not
you
far.
got incorrect intel.
Your mom said it was, she thought there was one in Castleton, but it wasn't, it was Carmel.
I guess they both start with C, huh?
Yeah. Oh man,
Well,
it's like all
I hope the people in Carmel are okay. I hope I mean, truthfully, I mean, I hope everyone is okay that can be. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want bad shit to happen to anybody. So.
Right. And I'm glad that we got our showers in before storm this time. Because I got mine this morning, and you took one this morning.
I now that I think about that, I don't want bad shit to I wish the best outcome for everybody in the end, but some people do need to have some bad shit happen to them, I guess, to make them change. So.
Yeah, sometimes you have to.
But not I don't wish death upon anyone who you know doesn't bring it upon themselves. I guess I still don't wish death upon them, but you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. But I'm pulling in now.
Cool.
Yep.
Hey, my controller. Charging my phone here. Need to charge the controller. 71% of the phone. So I'm switching to the controller to charge it.
I gotcha.
No, I mean it's life is complicated, man. Life is definitely complicated. Like, and I'm a complicated individual. I'm complex.
But it's even complicated for you. Alright, well, I'm gonna get off here because I'm coming up right
What
now.
was that? What was that one too complicated for me?
That's it. Alright.
All right, I'll see you when you get up here.
Alright, sounds good. Bye.
See you soon. No. I guess I don't know. There's that thing where it's like in the moment, in the moment when shit's happening. Like obviously when I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins and those bastards were they're conspiring to murder Bayek and his son. Of course, in the moment it's like yes, they need to stop them somehow, and then like it needs to like there needs to be some way, and if you have to do what you got to do. I don't want I want people to make the best decisions. I want people to have a good heart. I want people to wish good things upon others. But some people out there they just choose to be evil, man, and that's a reality of the world. They choose to be evil, and good people have to stand up and fight them. And a lot of these stories are just that, where it's like good people who don't want to hurt anyone, but you need good people as warriors to stand up and fight against people who don't care about anything or anyone, and they just want the world to burn. They just want people to die. They just want to cause destruction and division and chaos. And then there's a saying. I think it was what's his name? I know his name. He's a World War II general. I can't remember his name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know it. But there's a saying. I remember the saying right now. When good people, and this in the original saying is when good men, but I'm just going to extrapolate that to when good people fail to act. When good people fail to act, that's when evil wins. And the original saying, I believe, goes, evil is only allowed to succeed when good men do nothing. But I'm just gonna. That's just my version of it, I guess. My reiterating, my rewording of it is when good people fail to stand up against evil and fight it. That's when evil succeeds. And it's a very, very thin line that people walk. Makes me think of the Johnny Cash song, I Walk the Line. Also makes me think of the Thin Red Line, the war movie. That's how my mind works sometimes, is I constantly am making references and connecting, you know, relating what's being talked about to other references to stories, whether they be fictional or non-fictional, whether they're set in this universe or another. That's just how I am. It's part of me. Constantly relating contexts and trying to paint a picture, to relate a message. It's all encompassing, all incorporated. Nothing I say is just to hear myself talk. I have a purpose behind these words. Okay. Mail for me. Pittsburgh. To me. This is not just bills or medical stuff. This is a letter.
That's an overdraft notice.
Yeah, I see that.
You gotta be careful.
I know. Well, this is USO. Hey, Miss Cherry. Hey, Miss Cherry.
Hello there, Mr. Dana.
Hey, just to let you know, I'm on stream right now. You're live on the air.
What does that mean, live on the air?
I can mute it if you'd prefer. I'm doing a stream right now on YouTube.
Yeah, I was playing this earlier.
Okay. Is talking to me gonna interfere with your stream?
No.
Oh.
I have it paused, and I'm just I was just kind of talking anyway. I was talking about important stuff, and then just relating my views and everything.
Okay. Well, what I called to tell you is your book is here.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Your book is here, and at first they told me it was going to be a used book, and that had some highlighting in it, you know, where people can use a yellow clear marker to highlight stuff.
Correct.
But when it arrived, it is a brand new book that looks as good as your shirt.
Well, hey, I can do some of my own highlighting, huh?
Well, it's your book. If you want to highlight, it's your book.
Well,
You can do whatever you want to do with it.
Thank you, Miss Cherry. I appreciate that. That's a very nice gift. Let me come get it here. Tell you what. As soon as I finish up the stream, I'll come by. I'll give you a call, and I'll come get it from you.
Okay, whatever you want to do, it's up to you, and you don't owe me nothing. It's one friend, but now if you insist on owing me something,
I do.
you can break up some boxes and put those in the dumpster.
That sounds like that. Hey, that's something. That's some way I can help you. It's a gift.
Okay, well then that we can do. You can break up some boxes and take them to the dumpster, and because you insist. Now, me personally, you're not the first person that I bought a book for.
I don't doubt that at all.
Actually, you're the second. But when I was deep in Star Trek and I was still working in Arizona, I had a customer, and I had the book with me, so I just gave the book to her. And it was a gift. I never saw the customer again. She was deep into Star Trek. She accepted the book, and everything was cool. So I gave her my best service. Well, when I worked at McDonald's, I gave everybody my best service.
I hear you.
Well, you know, I was raised, treat other people as you want to be treated.
Same here.
My mother was a waitress herself. she was a short order cook and she was a waitress. So she just taught me to do good work because that's what she did. So this
Yes,
book
ma'am.
is your book, but if you insist on giving me a gift, then you can help me when you have time. You can help me break down boxes and put the boxes in the dumpster, and we'll consider
I can
that.
do that tonight too. If that's works for you, I can do that when I come get the book.
Okay, well, it's up to you because since I order my groceries, as a matter of fact, in about 20 minutes I'll be getting Amazon Fresh my groceries. So since I order everything, from Amazon, I get a lot of boxes that I gotta, break
I
down.
understand. Yeah. So that's good. That's my gift to you. My reciprocal gift will be my labor and my time.
Okay, well, but anyway, I thought that you were going to get a used book because that's what they told me. But you have a brand new, untouched, no markings, no blemishes, and true to the way things look on the audio book. That's how your paperback book looks. And when I ordered it, it was another color. But when it came in the mail today, it is the original color of everything connected with the Phoenix.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is. It is. And the Phoenix, he had to struggle, and he had a lot of struggles. And at the time he's telling his story, he's the only Phoenix. But then he got married.
Right. Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah. So now he is no longer, and since his wife is a lady of color, his daughter is a lady of color. So that's interesting. But anyway, it's a good story. But the Phoenix had to earn his rite of passage before he became the leader of the firefighters.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about that. That's cool. I'm looking forward to reading the story.
Well, it's yours to do with as you wish, and to enjoy. But I think you'll enjoy it better, when it comes closer to real time than his historical history. But the Phoenix is nobody to play with.
I hear that.
Yeah, he's really, and so the book honors the color of your shirt. So he's the Phoenix Eternal. So he's no longer alone and unloved and all the other adjectives you want to come up with. But it's here when you're ready for it. So when you're ready, just ring my doorbell and I can come down and open the security door.
Thank you, Miss Cherry.
Yeah, well, you're welcome, Mr. Dana, and I hope that your lady friend trusts you, and my mother taught me how to behave, but that you're just enjoying.
Well, absolutely, and she is my wife.
Huh?
Actually, if you'd like, I'll ask her. I mean, maybe we can both come over. I don't think. Well, we talked about, I thought she met you before, but maybe I can introduce you to my wife here.
Okay, well, because I'm sure your house is cleaner than mine. My house looks
I
like
don't
a
know about
hurricane.
that.
My house looks like a hurricane. Well, it's got to be, because my house, I'm the world's worst housekeeper. So I've got just enough room in there to walk down the fire aisle to get to the restroom and then to get in my bed. So it looks like a storm came through my living room, and that's where the bed is. But I would never disrespect your relationship. One thing
Oh, no, of course not.
there are some people, I've learned in my reading and stuff like this, there are some people who can't stand to see people happily together. happily married, happily together, however you want to say
That's
that.
messed up. And you know what? I didn't even think about it like that. I didn't even think about that.
There are some people who specifically go after somebody because they can't stand them to be happy. My thing is, I respect relationships because I remember that's what happened between my mom and dad. And I promised myself I would never break up two people. And I make sure, one of the things that I make sure of is my mother told me never go in a woman's house if she ain't there.
I hear you.
Nobody lie and say that I'm doing something I ain't doing. And I taught the same thing to my son. Never go in a man's house when he is not there.
That's very astute and what's the term I'm looking for here? Prudent. Prudent.
Well, respect is the main thing. Can't nobody lie on you if you didn't break the rule. You see, some people can't stand to see people happy, so they'll make up lies on people. When I lived in Mississippi, people used to drive around to see whose car was parked in whose driveway so they could make up a lie on them.
See, that's messed up, man. Like I don't even think about that because that's not the way I am. So I guess I need to start.
And guess what? Guess what? These people are church people.
Ironic.
Your biggest troublemakers are in somebody's church.
Well, I hear what you're saying. I mean, there's people like that in all walks of life, but I see what you mean about that. That can be a common thing.
In a big city, and I think Indianapolis is a big city, you can't do that. But when you're in a small town,
I was taught the same thing: treat people how you want to be treated. God is love.
people are doing. But you can't do that in a big city.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Miss Cherry, and you know what? Amber. Amber. Come here and say hi to Miss Cherry. Miss Cherry, this is my wife Amber.
Hello. Hi, Miss Cherry.
Hi, Miss Amber.
How are you?
I may have seen you I'm quite sure I'll know you when I see you, but I like to read, and your husband likes to read. And he had on a Phoenix shirt, and we started talking about, all these superheroes that work together, and that the Phoenix Eternal, he can die and come back to life. That's what makes him the Phoenix.
Right.
Yeah, and she got me a book to read. It's a fictional story, but it has to do with the Phoenix.
Yeah, cool. It's a book, and it came in the mail today.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's his book, your husband's book, to do whatever. I've given away books before. So when I was a Star Trek person, deep Star Trek person, I gave away books on the job and stuff. I just carried them with me to give them away to people who like to read them. And so when I saw your husband's Phoenix shirt, then we started talking about the Phoenix. The old Phoenix.
Right. That's cool.
So,
I guess it's pretty eye-catching, huh? I didn't mean for it to be that way, but it just kind of is very bright and.
You're gonna wear something that colorful and that meaningful. It's gonna be an eye catcher to somebody who knows it.
Yeah.
That's true.
If it had been if I didn't know anything about the Phoenix, it would have just been a pretty shirt. But I do know the Phoenix, and so and when you said it was the Phoenix, everything fell into place. And whoever did your shirt did a good job of it.
I agree, and yes, ma'am. That's a very astute observation about the Phoenix.
When you like something and something you want it to look good, you want it to be high quality, and one of the things you can do to extend the life of your shirt is Amber, what's that special?
Oh, she just left. She said she'd be right back. I think she's going downstairs to check something. Maybe the mail, maybe.
There's some special soap, liquid soap. I can't think of the name of it, but she might be able to think of it. That is made for delicates to give your shirt more longevity, to give it more life.
You're right. You're right. You know what? I like having reminders and tips.
And to keep your colors sharp, cold water.
That that's true too. You know, I oftentimes do need people to like, hey, here's a little tip. Here's a little. I appreciate that.
Well, the number one thing is hot water will fade clothing. If you want something to stay beautiful and colorful and look like new to the end of time, then you use
Cold.
delicate. I can't think of the name of it, but you use cold water and you use delicate. Because like myself, my detergent, whatever detergent it is, whether it's cheap detergent or good detergent, I use dye-free and perfume-free.
Okay.
Because I have asthma, so I have to stay away from dyes. I have
Either
to
way.
stay away from perfumes. And so I buy, no matter who makes it, all is my favorite, but whoever makes it, as long as it's dye-free and perfume-free, it's good for me. But also, cold water preserves the life of, in this case, your Phoenix shirt. Your colors will not fade, and as a matter of fact, you could air dry it and keep it out of the dryer too.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You know, hang it on a hanger and just let it air dry in the bathroom, hang it over the shower pole.
And yeah, I need to lose some weight and get in shape too to fit that hoodie better.
Well,
Yeah, take what you need. Go ahead. We got like 48 of them, so.
Do you like, do you drink a lot of soda pop?
I have been, but I also realized like how much sugar I've been intaking within the food and the pop, and you know, for a long time there I just drank nothing but water. I actually cut out pop, and then I started drinking soda again.
Good luck on the faucet water. I can't stand this stuff, so I buy bottled water.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we have bottled water too, and.
Yeah, faucet water is just yucky, as some characters say.
Hold up, I got one.
I drink both. If I run out of bottled water, then I drink the tap water. But if you know, it is what it is.
Well, it just depends, and I just feel like there's a lot of things that we sacrifice money for. So I feel like buying bottled water is a good sacrifice.
Speaking of which, hey, would you like a bottle of water? Okay, never mind. He's got to go.
They're moving.
I know.
Out. So.
I actually offered some help to Loki if he wanted some help. I hear you.
You know, and there's a lot of people that just love to read exciting stuff and communicate that way. But you know, I respect I respect marriage, and I love seeing people happy, and I don't want to mess up nobody's happiness.
That's awesome, Miss Cherry, and I agree with you wholeheartedly.
You know, but there's a lot of people out there that they can't stand to see other people happy, and
That's a sad truth.
It is, and I'm just glad that my mother taught me to respect, you know, people being together, whether they're together because they're together or whether they're married, you know, they have a marriage contract between them, whatever puts them together, you respect it. And I respect it because it still hurts that somebody didn't respect my mother's marriage.
Indeed.
So, you know, it's I do my best to respect everybody else's life and
Our experiences shape us, don't they?
beg your pardon?
Our experiences shape us.
They do, and it's good, and it's also because some people's experiences shape them to do wrong, and some people's experiences shape them to do right, and it's a shame the ones who are shaped to do wrong. You know,
I agree.
A lot of people today don't have no respect for nobody or
what
anything.
Potential, what they could be, what they could have been.
good humanity. But I like knowing, I'm not perfect. We all make mistakes, but I like knowing there are some places where I like being the best, and respecting a marriage contract is one of the best things you can respect.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, and
I endorse that statement.
I can remember. Here's another good story. I can remember that I knew this lady, and she and her husband had got together, bought a house, and all this stuff. And she gave me a room there. When she left the house, I would leave the house and I would spend the day in the park until she came back home, because I didn't want there to be any doubt in her mind. I respected her marriage, I respected her and her husband, and I didn't want nobody to be able to lie and say something was going on that wasn't going on.
That's prudent and that's wise.
And so to make sure there was no doubt, and to make sure he wasn't tempted, because I knew I wasn't going to be tempted.
Right.
To make sure he wasn't tempted, we would leave her. And finally one day she asked me, she said, "Where are you going?" I said, "Oh, I spend the day at the park while you working. When you come home, I come home." And so, you know, that's what we did, because I didn't want there to be any doubt what was going on or how it was going on, or whatever. So that's what you got to do. And to this day, I will not go in a lady's house when she's not there.
That makes sense. Why would you break that guideline, that rule?
Well, some people may say it's too righteous, but here's the thing: you want to make sure there's no shadow of doubt. So the only way you can make sure there's no shadow of doubt is if you ain't there. There
Right.
can be no temptation.
Why take that risk and
And see, God
I mean, if
doesn't.
something, if it's like dire, like someone's in like needs emergency medical attention or assistance or something, or like you need to like make a call and get someone there to help. I mean, that's one
Well,
thing, but
way back when we didn't have cell phones.
that's true.
All we had was landline 911. So you had to make sure that. But just like yourself and I, we talked outside. I never went into somebody's house, into the wife's house. And here's what's interesting is troublemaking people. They will go like, I wonder why they talking outside. Why are they standing? I can remember I was
Which is
driving.
ironic because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
What?
I was just gonna say it's ironic because we were having a meaningful, powerful, positive conversation.
Yeah. And we were outside. But but I'm talking about, like, where people have private homes and stuff.
Right.
And people wonder, because I can remember he was a young minister, and I don't even know what his religion was. We just talked about the Bible and stuff like that. And as soon as I pulled up, there was a car length between the vehicle I was driving and his own vehicle, which was up under his garage thingamajig. And as soon as I got out of the car, he was outside, because he believed the same way I believed. He didn't want no woman in his house when his wife wasn't there. And what was remarkable is, since he came out and was by the carport, that's the word I was looking for, I stood by the vehicle I was in, so there was a car length between us. And the gossipers, I'm quite sure they said, "Well, why they standing so far apart? Why,
No matter what you do, it's like you're they're too close, oh they're too far apart, oh they're inside, oh they're outside. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
here's the point. What I'm trying to say is, just think about it. He's standing right at the edge of the carport. I'm standing at the next to the driver's door of the vehicle I'm in, and there's a full car length between us. And the nosy people, the gossipers, in being nosy, I wonder why they standing so far apart. Why don't they get closer? But in asking these questions, what they're doing is telling the wife that nothing happened.
Ah, I see. I see the
So,
point now that you're making.
you know, in asking these questions, how come they didn't get closer together? You know, why they just standing so far apart? Those questions was letting the wife know that nothing happened. So, you know, these troublemaking people, by asking those questions, they were actually telling the wife all the truth she needed to know.
Irony.
Yep, that is it. So I don't want to hold you up from what you were doing. You say you were.
Oh no, this is great. I mean, like I do have to get off, and Amber and I will come by here once I'm done with my stream. But no, this has been great. It's like a little podcast part of the stream where we have a guest speaker, Miss Cherry. So
Oh, okay. Well, I hope I said something that would entertain everybody or help them, or however you want to say that. But anyway, I was so glad because they had told me that the book was a used book and that it had some highlighting in it. Well, I thought, well, you know, I wanted you to have the book, so I wasn't going to be fussy about it if all it had was a little, you know, highlighting in it.
oh
You
no,
know,
I wouldn't either.
and then when I get the book and they put it in my mailbox, when I get the book and I took it out of the little white envelope it was in, the book is in mint condition, brand spick spanking new.
That's nice too. I'm not going to complain about that either.
Nope, not even, but it had all of the colors of the Phoenix. And like I said, to preserve your shirt, you know, there are um, clothes hangers that have cushion on them, and then but the important thing is, because the dryer can hurt your clothes too. So you air dry it, and that'll make it even last longer. So no hot water, use cold water, air dry, because you know the hot dryer or just tumbling inside the dryer can damage your clothes depending on how delicate it is. So to air dry your shirt will give it even longer life and take even better care of it.
I hear you, and that's good advice. But you know, I'm thinking right now, like because I don't want to be too vibrant, and I'm not trying to be attention seeking. Maybe I should let it fade a little bit.
No, when it's something that you love, you got all kinds of clothes that you can let fade, and there's nothing wrong with having clothes that look like they're brand new. And you may have, I can remember going to some type of, it was some type of holiday where people were going to be marching and stuff like this. And I had this red, white, and blue pullover long sleeve shirt. That shirt, I had that shirt for several years and a lot of washings, but cold wash, air dry. That shirt looked brand new from the day I bought it to the day I gave it away.
Because you took care of it.
Yeah. And so maybe nowadays people don't care about looking their best and stuff like this. I was raised to you know, look my best, be my best, and you don't have to dress up and be in church clothes, because some religions they dress up when they go to church. And I know it was a surprise to me when I saw somebody in church in blue jeans, but he had on a nice pair of blue jeans that was his church jeans. They weren't messed up and you know, used or whatever, but
I hear you. Your Sunday best can be whatever clothes you like to wear that are kept nice.
yeah, and his Sunday best was those jeans, and so he wore those jeans to church, but he had other jeans to you know, be in the rest of the time. And that was a wake-up call for me because I did not know. I had been raised in a Baptist church where you dressed up to go to church. So it was
Oh yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And then I got a little story to tell you. And it's not very long, but about that, I actually it gave a bad taste in my mouth about, quote unquote church people. I had a youth pastor. I'm not going to say his name, but a youth pastor who denied me from being in the youth group one day because I didn't have a suit and tie and like and I just showed up in just like that, like some blue jeans and a t-shirt, and I think I had like a casual shirt on. I mean, it was still nice clothing, but because I didn't have a suit and tie, he wouldn't let me in.
Those are people I want to keep far away.
Yeah, I hear you.
I want to keep, number one, everybody, because I don't even know how to tie a tie.
Neither do I, actually.
So, well, they got the cheaters. They got the ties that clip into the top of your shirt, and only you know it's not a real tie. Not the one that you tie around your neck and then tie the knot in.
Right, and then you loosen and tighten it, and yeah. I mean, I've been taught how to, but if I had to tie a tie right now, I'd be fumbling around like, what do I do with this thing?
You know what? I never learned to do it. I tried, but I just couldn't get the hang of it. So somebody was smart enough to come out with fake ties that you could clamp up there, and only you knew that it was a fake, imitation.
I'm not gonna need that either.
But now here's another thing. Women are wearing neckties. I am a female. I do not wear a necktie like a man wears.
Right, I thought of that too as you were saying it, but.
But there are some women who do. There are. I'm very glad that the United States Air Force just gave us a little V diamond, half a diamond something that we put into our dress shirts to make us look dressed up. But I am glad that, when I was in the service, they hadn't come up with military women wearing a man's necktie, because I would refuse to wear it. I don't, blue jeans, a pair of slacks, or something like that. That's one thing. That's neutral clothes. Anybody can wear them. But I don't want to be a man, and so I don't.
Well, and we've talked about this before too. That's your. I understand and respect. That's you. Everybody's different, and some people.
Way back when, women dressed like ladies. They weren't stepping on the men's turf. They dressed like ladies. But see, now, I don't think some women know the difference between being male and female, except for the sexual organs. There's too many women acting like men.
Well, see, you know how I feel about this. I do believe that people are not only allowed to, but I encourage people to express themselves and be who they are, and I respect, like, even if I disagree with, like, I do believe that well, there's three genders or sexes, if you will. There's male, female, and then hermaphrodite, which is a blend of the two. But I don't believe there's 32. I don't believe in the whole 32 genders thing, sexes or whatever.
I don't know about 32 genders. All I know is the Holy Bible says God created Adam, then He created Eve, male and female. And here's the real storyteller is: two men can't make a baby, two women cannot make a baby.
I mean, that's just basic biology about XX and XY chromosome.
Well, hey, what more basic biology do you need? And so, and when Judgment Day comes, that is, if you believe in the Bible, when Judgment Day comes, there's going to be some surprised people. Because you read the Bible, there is no, according to what God created, there is no homosexuality, male or female.
I mean, well, there is homosexuality. I mean, it's a reality.
No, we ain't talking about what we do that we want to do. We're talking about the way the Bible is written. God does not like homosexuality.
The God of the Christian Bible does not. That is true.
The God of creation, see, the Almighty God, Lord God of heaven and earth, is the God of creation, and he does not.
See, that is where you and I differ, Miss Cherry. I do believe in the Creator. I believe the Creator created all living beings, and I believe that the God of this world was created by the Creator. I believe that the God of this world created this world, and
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. The Almighty God, Lord God, Creator of heaven and earth and the universe, is only one God. Now, the God of this world, if you want to call it that, are sinners, and they don't go along with what He likes, and that's where that's where. And I'm not calling it that. It ain't got nothing to do with. I just accept there's an Almighty God, but then also the rules that's been changed from the Almighty God. That's the God of this world, and that's the enemy God. Personally speaking, I wish that when God kicked Satan out of heaven, he'd have got rid of him.
But you see that everyone was created for a purpose. I do believe that everyone was created with a destiny in mind. That there's free will, and then
Well,
even.
see, hey, back up, right there, back up. The Lord God Almighty of the universe, of the earth, the 9 planets, whatever you want to call it, He gave us, because He has the power. He could have made us serve Him. He could have made us do anything He wanted, but He wanted us to do it of our own free will. So I don't know how many people understand the freedom of free will.
Well, see here, and what gets me is like the idea that the Trinity is just the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Well, we're made in the image of the Creator. Wouldn't the Creator, the way I perceive it and the way I believe it, is that there's a Creator that's a whole being, the being without end, without beginning. It has been around, is omniscient, omnipotent, all powerful, omnipresent, is here right now for this conversation and everywhere else at once. And wouldn't there be a mother? Wouldn't there be, like it's a family. It's there wouldn't be just a father, just a god. There'd be a goddess.
See, no. Because see, now you're trying to. He created man. He created woman. That's where the female and male come in.
And they're created in the image of God. The not just the male and female, but like the emotions. Go ahead.
But also, here's the thing: the reason why the Lord Jesus Christ was the perfect sacrifice for mankind. That's why Jesus had to be born and had to be sacrificed, because mankind ain't no just fly by night creation.
No, I definitely believe that we were all, it's intelligent design, and I do believe in Yeshua. I believe he did die and was sacrificed to save everyone, and there are people who would spit upon that sacrifice and abuse it and use it, and that's why I believe that it's written in Revelation that he will come back with fire and with war. To fight the evil people that have tried to usurp.
He's going to come back with fire and clean everything. That's what the fire is for, to clean everything. But here's going back to, who do you know that their blood and water will separate from each other? Only the Lord Jesus Christ. Now it tells you in there when they was taking him off of the cross, and he was speared. Even, you think about it, they couldn't even kill him any old kind of way. They had to kill him the way God wanted him killed. And that's something, for me, I figure that there's a mighty being, the Lord God Almighty, because they couldn't even kill him the wrong way.
I will give credence to this. There are many, and there are people that would say, and I would say that there hasn't been anything necessarily as far as the predictions and the prophesying of the prophets, like pretty much everything that has been prophesied in that book, the holy book that is the Holy Christian Bible, has come true in one sense or another. And
Yeah, but I mean, just think about it. When you think of, okay, any other history that you've ever come across, the worst way to die is crucifixion. Because it takes you forever to die. And here's another thing. Now, you don't have to take my word for it, but read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which come from the Old Testament. But if you want to know
that's
what
New
Jesus
Testament.
did, say again?
That's New Testament. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. That's New Testament.
But it actually, when you study deep into Bible history, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John is actually.
Oh, you're talking about like the Word was with God, like the idea that like Yeshua has been around with the Creator since the very beginning. The idea that like
But you got to understand this, and you got to read it, understand it, and whatever. And I do my best not to put my way of thinking in there. I try to understand it the way it is. And so, yeah, and you need faith and belief to accept this. Jesus was always around, but see, here's the difference. Jesus had to become flesh and blood in order to be crucified, in order to be sacrificed.
see, we do believe differently on that, Miss Cherry. Like the fully God and fully man. So like he was a man, but the Creator came down into the man, like fully God and fully man. So like the full God part of him was not him. It was the Creator that came into the man.
Well, I believe there's three of them. You have the Lord God Creator who made it all. Then you got the Lord Jesus Christ who is God in the flesh. And then you have the Lord God, the Holy Spirit. And they all work together to take care of mankind. But one of the greatest gifts that they gave us, now, I've studied other Bibles, and I've read about different stuff, things that you've said, but I choose to stick with the Holy Bible.
And that's your choice, and I respect that.
And well, it's not so much a choice, it's just that that's plain to me, I can understand it, and so, I believe that. Now, I've heard of, other things, but I stick to the Holy Bible.
Hey, we all have to choose what we believe. I mean, I guess you don't really choose in a sense. I see what you're saying. Like you believe what you believe because you believe it, and that's just the way it is. And I believe that all the gods and goddesses are deified for some reason or another, and that there is a creator that is above all of the gods and goddesses, including the god and goddess of this world.
This is where I don't believe in a goddess, not in the Holy Bible. Now, if you want to go into Greek mythology and all that stuff, yeah, they had goddesses. But when you're going to stay with the Holy Bible, there was no goddess.
I mean, at the end of the day, wouldn't you agree that, like, I mean, title aside, we're all people, right? We are persons. Even the creator is a person.
Well, yeah. The way I view it is here we have this mighty being. Let's go really, really off the chart here. We got this mighty being, and he didn't have any, he had built everything, 6 days labor, 7th day rest. He had built everything, but wasn't nothing happening. So he, made Adam and Eve, and then, he made animals, and he made Adam. After Adam had named the animals and stuff, he discovered that Adam was alone. Well, here's the thing. The animals were not good enough. Well, good enough is not the right word. The animals couldn't give Adam companionship. So
well, not in the same way that Eve, or I mean, they even say that Lilith was created too.
We're talking about companionship as in persons, not just keep you busy.
Right. No, a companionship it's more than just a friendship. It's a relationship that is romantic, like with,
It's a relationship that's sexual on the highest degree.
Right.
And so the thing is, but see where Eve screwed up is she did not obey the teachings of Adam.
Well, wouldn't it be that they both and this is where a lot of debates happen, and you know the way I perceive that whole the serpent tempting Eve and Eve tempting her husband, the Creator knows all and has a plan. So it wouldn't it be stand to reason that the Creator set things in motion, even with Lucifer from the story, the mythology,
It's all about freedom of choice, and it's also the weakness of the flesh. Now here's the thing.
which I do believe that all these stories have truth to them, and there's truth in them.
Here's the thing.
And then they've been go ahead.
Because Eve allowed herself to be tempted. Can't nobody tempt you if you don't allow yourself to be tempted. Now that's the thing that's invisible and people don't like to talk about. But if you have a weakness where you know, the flesh is weak, unfortunately. That's one of the things, the flesh is weak.
But the spirit is willing.
Well, you know, but you can I'm sure you've experienced this. You could have been tempted to steal something, and you knew well, hey, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be arrested.
Well, see, for me, I just know it's wrong. So, like, why would I steal?
But the point is, there's something that you've seen somewhere, somewhere, and you loved it, and you was tempted to take it, and you could have gotten away with it. But
No one gets away with anything, Miss Cherry. I believe in karma. I believe karma is as real as gravity. It's a part of creation.
Nowadays, we got all of these big old electronic gizmos that photograph you if you try to steal something. But there was a time when we didn't have all this technology. But getting back to Eve, instead of her listening to the teachings of Adam, her husband, and obeying that, she wanted something that she should not have. And that's how the snake was able to tempt her. Now, here's what happened to Adam. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Adam could have rejected Eve, and God could have made him a new Eve. But instead, he wanted that first Eve. So what Adam did, he screwed up so he could be just like her. This is my point of view.
I hear you. I'm listening.
And so, you know, it the thing is, but when you know that, and see, now here's something else to give you food for thought, is me being a person of color, lady of color, however you want to say that, even though we have equal opportunity, even though you and I can walk down the street, you know, and not get in trouble, you're your color, I'm my color, even though, you know, we can sit on our doorsteps and talk and stuff and not get into trouble. Once about a time you couldn't do that.
That's sad to think about, and you're correct in that. A lot of progress has been made in society that some people want to dismantle, and screw them.
Oh, and prejudice. Now, here's the thing. You got the obvious prejudice, where the prejudice between the whites and the black, that's the biggest one. You got all kinds of prejudices around, but the biggie is between the white and the black. I mean, just think about your history. Okay, now there's so many like, I'll give you something. I didn't think I was even prejudiced. I had been taught not to be prejudiced. I didn't think I was prejudiced. Now I've got a best friend. I lived with her husband, and her family. I think she has 2 daughters. And my boyfriend was white, who was the husband's best friend, and they never discriminated against me. But I told him when he was getting ready to introduce me, I said, you tell them I've got a double tan. I don't want them being surprised. Let them know from the get-go that I've got a double tan. And he went and told them, and they chewed him out. But see, you don't need egg on your face when you don't tell the truth. And it was very necessary for them to know that I was Afro-American, whatever you want to title it. It was very, so if they were prejudiced, they could stop it before I got there. So see, you've got to prevent, you've
I
got
see what you mean. That goes back to discernment and using the intelligence given to you by the Creator.
Well, the point of the matter is, and you still got different prejudices. I didn't know that there were prejudices between the white people. Like, we had some neighbors where the husband said he was one of, between the husband and the wife, one said I'm high German, and one of them said he was low German. And I told my mom, I said, what is that?
He's talking about the castes, the upper, lower, middle class, and see, at the end of the day, Miss Cherry, that's the thing is that's how I believe and perceive, and I see, like, obviously, yes, we have cultures, we have different colors of skin, we have different genders, sexes, but at the end of the day, we are spiritual beings in mortal bodies. And
we are, and it's your body that turns back to dust, but your spirit goes on to wherever judgment day gonna be.
Hey, I agree.
And so here's the thing. Now I tell you some serious prejudice, some super serious. The most prejudiced race there is black folks. We got black people so black they're blue.
But see, isn't that, we talked about this before? But like, isn't that in and of itself like? Isn't that a prejudice to say, like, to believe that, even though everyone is different? And
I'm just telling you what I have observed. Now, first of all, I was not raised to be prejudiced. See, whatever you were taught when you were children, that's what you either let go of or you hold on to. I'm third generation of a white grandfather.
I hear you.
And my great-grandmother, who was his wife, she said, now, the way I understand it, she was an unusual dark skin. She said she didn't want a black man, so great-granddaddy was a white man, making my mother's father be half and half. But then...
and I see what you're saying about how this goes around, and how, like, focusing on that, and...
If you are taught to be prejudiced, and so I've got people in my family tree that are whiter than white folks. But yet, they're black, they belong to the African race. And this will make people who don't understand, because the first time I acknowledged it, and with my eye, whiter than white people. Can you imagine somebody that's whiter than white people? But I've got relatives, they're all dead now, that they were whiter than regular white people. But then you've got white
But see,
people.
what color is your spirit? You see what I'm saying?
Once you, but see, that's what it is. We are flesh and blood.
We are. There, matter matters. But I personally, I believe that spirit does transcend matter. At the end of the day, our spirits are more important.
When judgment comes, it's going to transcend. But right now, we live in the physical world.
I mean, that's true too. And hey, Miss Cherry, I gotta go. We can continue this conversation with Amber when we come over and I pick up that book and break down the boxes for you. But I do have to finish the stream. So.
Yeah, you do, and I don't want to hold you up. But you have to understand the spirit is controlled by the flesh, unfortunately.
See, that's the opposite of what I believe. I believe that...
No, wait a minute. When you get hungry, who's in charge?
You're not you when you're hungry. Eat a Snickers. There is that point to it, but I...
Yeah, so the spirit is inside the body, but the body is the one that controls. The flesh controls.
But the spirit can override the think about all the people who do amazing, great things despite what their body is telling them. They survive. Think about Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, and it's sad because he killed himself, and that's a sin right there. And that's the catch-22, the dichotomy.
Back up. A lot of people don't know that. But if you know your Bible, you said it right. just to commit suicide. Now, he didn't commit the suicide we talk about today, but to let himself starve to death, he committed suicide.
Yep.
That was a form of suicide. So see, you got that, but then still the flesh is controlled by the spirit. And see, my mother, well, I decided, I made decisions when I was younger based off of what my mother taught me, what I learned in church, and what I learned in school, and all kinds of things. And I decided from the get-go that I didn't want to be an alcoholic.
Well, anything in excess and out of whack and not balanced is detrimental, I would say.
Well, the point is, I made a conscious decision that I didn't want to be an alcoholic. Now, on top of that, when we didn't have all these female drugs, my mother used to give me vodka to ease my menstrual cramps. And on that note, I'm gonna let you know, you go, and we'll finish this some other time. But I chose not to be an alcoholic.
Good for you, Miss Cherry.
It was a conscious choice.
Yes, ma'am.
So anyway, but to be continued. We got a whole lot of subjects to be continued.
Oh yes, indeed.
You know, but the point is, since the spirit is inside the flesh overrides good sense, unfortunately.
The opposite can be true as well, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you know, so you have to, and then you have to choose your friends too. Also, you have
The company you keep.
the company you keep, but you can do it in such a way that you don't hurt anybody's feelings or whatever. Or some people, you just have to you speak to them in the morning or the evening, but you don't go to their house and you don't let them in your house, because if you keep too good a company with them, they can
Take advantage of you.
Huh?
Take advantage of you, or think you are.
Not so much take advantage of you, but if you hang with them, you're going to do what they do.
I mean, there is truth to that about how, like, I mean, we because we learn from our experiences and our experiences in life and the knowledge we learn and the people we talk to. Every conversation we have, this conversation right now is formulating our shaping and molding us.
So you can treat people nice and talk to them, but you have to make sure of, when it comes to certain things, that you don't have anything to do with it, because like there's a particular drug, you only have to do it one time to be in trouble. And I don't know if it's LSD or LDS or whatever it is, but there's one drug that if you do it one time, your life is messed up. I can't remember the name of it, but I do know one thing: that's the worst drug of all.
Well, there are exceptions to everything, but you know it all depends upon your spiritual, who you are as a person, and what you choose to do.
Well, it depends on the information you've got, and I'm so thankful that I was educated not only from books in school, but I was educated by my mother being a bartender and a waitress.
I hear you, Miss Cherry. You know, on that note, I gotta go. We will talk in a little bit. I'll finish the stream, and then Amber and I should be over there, and we'll have some conversations while I bust down those boxes for you.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Later.
Later.
Okay, bye-bye.
What up, man?
What up, Saber? Man, I love our conversations. That was Miss Cherry, man. She lives in the adjacent building here in the neighborhood, and she's a wonderful woman. Great person to talk to. Yeah, I guess as like I told her, you know, unannounced, unplanned guest appearance by Miss Cherry, a little podcast in the stream. So pretty cool, and it's nice to have conversations like that, where like we can agree on a lot of things, we disagree on some things, but like we respect each other's opinions and beliefs and ideals, and we can have common ground. You know what I mean? That's the best kind of conversations, if you ask me. When where it's like, I guess somewhat of like, I mean, without even trying to. I mean, you're just having a conversation, but I guess you are debating to some degree. But it's not the intention. It's just to share information and express one's beliefs and um, disagree. But and the way she put it the other day is agree to disagree. Sometimes you just gotta agree to disagree and be like, okay, you believe that, I believe this. It's not it's not going to destroy my beliefs, and I'm not trying to change yours, but we can agree on some things, and that's cool too. We're gonna finish this stream. Finish this story. Objective completed. Spike's Trail. I got 3 skill points. I got 3 whole skill points. Okay, let's go with focus level 1. Well, it's like technically level 2, but it's level 1 that unlocks the slow motion. And then we got 2 more skill points. I can unlock, let's see, scanning. Ricochet lets you hit enemies behind cover by bouncing bullets off certain spots. Activate Robocop vision to use. Deduction. Scanning lets you more often detect helpful information, such as a safe combination or discover hidden objects or rooms. That's not going to be useful at the end of the story here. Engineering. Dash allows you to ram into enemies or quickly escape danger. Dash. The engineering ability unlocks dash? So either dash or ricochet. I think I'm going to go with dash. I'm going to go with dash. Engineering. There we go. Dash Rendar. He's the character from the main focus, the playable character from
Yeah,
Shadows
this
of the
bro is
Empire.
not fast lol.
Right.
The old man is waiting for you upstairs. This entrance to the building is off limits. You have to use the staircase.
Okay. Thanks, Suits.
Do you think it's gonna hold his weight?
Doesn't matter.
Wow. Thanks, Suits. Meet with the old man.
The old man's waiting. So, it's true what they say. You do have some kind of defect.
Defect? I think y'all are the ones having defects, man.
Oh, it's good to see you, my boy. Leave us. I want to talk to him in private. You have to excuse me for not getting up. I'm in a rather unfortunate state. You did exceptional work at the bank. I want you to know that I am deeply grateful for your service to OCP and the city of Detroit. See, I grew up in this very apartment, or what's left of it. It used to be a thriving neighborhood. Nothing like what you see right now. I always dreamt of turning it into the most prosperous district in the city. A new heart of Detroit. Can you imagine? Or do you think it's just an old fool's pipe dream?
I am not one for statements, or do not ask machines about dreams. No. This is the only answer that I can see. Any city improvements are welcomed.
I agree with all city improvement plans that have the citizens' well-being in mind.
Indeed, I thought he'd say something like that.
Glad to know you approve. Delta City's construction is about to start. Finally, the old and frail will be replaced with the new and strong. Decay and death are terrible things. You lose everything you worked for your entire life.
That's not the way.
But I don't have to tell you what that's like. It really makes me wonder, has the time you spent in that armor been a burden to you?
The only burden it causes is to criminal scum.
I admire your confidence. The real reason I've summoned you here is because I'm worried. I'm aware of your instability problems, and it's not a matter that we can overlook. That's why I've requested to have people look after you. Tell me, how are you finding your evaluations with Dr. Blanche?
It helps me with perspective. Out things buried.
That's part of the recovery process. I can imagine it's not a pleasant experience, but I can't express how much I'd like you to keep at it. I'm sure that becoming a liability is the last thing you'd want. Am I right?
That
He's not
is
wrong
correct.
about that.
Now we've reached an understanding. Tell me, is there anything I could do to put your mind at ease?
No, only one? Lewis needs medical attention, or police are concerned about OCP's intentions. No, I should be able to choose both! She's gonna get the medical attention she needs already. I need to talk to him about the OCP's intentions. Lewis is gonna be okay anyway.
My fellow officers worry about OCP's intention regarding their work.
Really? I'll have a word with Becker. Perhaps some new equipment would boost their morale.
That's not the
It would be
issue.
appreciated.
I have to say, you brought a lot of hope into this old man's heart. Now, excuse me. I'm not supposed to exert myself too much. Doctor's orders. And you can't argue with them.
In doing so, that
Take
makes
care
a
of
second
yourself.
choice.
After all, the peace of Detroit depends on your well-being.
I didn't just plead for just my partner, I pleaded for all of the family. Oh man. Difficult decisions, and he is a sentimental man he has a dream to... I disagree with you, and I understand. I understand. You're not evil, but what you're doing, what is the outcome of what you're doing is. Out with the old and in with the new? How can you say that? And he wants him to continue his psych evaluations, and he cares about Alex Murphy. He cares about the people, and he's trying to do the best he can with... That's so messed up, dude. That's just the dichotomy.
Hey, Murphy, are you done with the old man's tea party? Remember to get back in touch with your informer. See if he has any info that could get us back on the biker's lead. Spike is still out there.
OCP wants to raise towers of glass and steel? Go ahead. Just not where we live.
Right, why do they have to get rid of Detroit to make this Delta City? Why can't they make Delta City in some land that hasn't been developed yet? Why are they trying to get rid of? They're trying to get rid of all these people. They're people, man. These are. Oh my goodness, dude. Gotta question Rick now. Pickle Rick.
I'm sure I'm in the right place, but I can't see my FTO anywhere. Could I have his name, please? Over.
Sure thing. It's Officer Rat. He should be in one of the dumpsters. That's the only place he belongs, if you catch my drift. Over and out.
Right. So much for my field training.
Jeez.
Officer Washington, I will be your field trainer for today. Requesting readiness confirmation.
Yeah, thanks for the offer, but maybe the others are right. I might not really be cut out for field work.
Nah, you have potential. You have potential, Ulysses.
If we live the way others want us to live, what kind of life would it be? Or rather, whose?
You're right. I want to be my own man. Officer Washington reporting for field training.
That's the spirit.
Good, you have your body armor on. Well done. What about the rest of your gear? Service pistol?
Got it.
Spare ammunition?
Check.
Duty light?
Never part with it.
Good job. Preparation is the most important. So is knowing your surroundings. Are you familiar with this area?
Isn't this the part of the city where it gets really busy like all the time?
Police!
I think that answers my question.
Please! I need your help!
Set the radio to my channel and follow me.
Pickle
Roger that.
Wait.
An officer needs to be confident. Straight back, sturdy walk, together with a clear and unshaking voice.
Pickle Rick can wait.
Officers, thank God you're here. I really need your help. What happened is...
When responding to a request for aid, the first thing is to introduce yourself to the potential victim. Watch and learn. I am Officer Murphy. How do you do, madam?
Well, to tell you the truth...
The second thing is to reassure the victim of their safety. Madam, you do not need to be afraid anymore. We are here to help you.
Yes, but it's not about me.
The third thing is...
I'm quite familiar with the field training manual, so if you don't mind, I'll take over. Ma'am, could you please tell us what happened?
It's my cat, Fortune. He's missing. Fortune is my biggest treasure. I can't lose him.
Oh, man.
Do you have any idea where he might be?
The only place I can think of is the basement. I've also heard some ruckus coming from downstairs today, but the lights aren't working, and my eyesight's not so good anymore.
Is it okay for us to investigate the basement?
Yes, it makes an excellent opportunity for low-light training. Let us proceed downstairs.
Good luck down there. The cat has that name for a reason. He really brings fortune. So don't you come back without him.
Turn your flashlight on.
Right.
Duty light can be advantageous, but it can also be a liability. Keeping it close to you creates a clear target for the violators. It is good practice to hold the duty light away from your body.
I don't remember reading that in the field manual. Did you get it from a different book?
No, from experience.
Indeed. We're training Ulysses Washington.
How unfortunate that she lost him.
I know. And this is not unimportant. This is very important to her. She called him
Clear.
Because he's her biggest treasure, man. And she
Clear.
means that in the best way. The best way.
Hey, I think I just saw the cat. You think I should try to remove these planks?
Go ahead.
Wow.
Good job.
I didn't know I had so much strength in me.
Yep.
You will never know until you try.
Yep. Indeed.
What was that? Ah, man, I walked into a mess. And now my shoes are covered in strawberry jam.
When chasing a suspect, do not rush head first. Take blind corners as wide as possible. Cuts down on being surprised. The fugitive has left a trail. This time, pace yourself. Do not get out of breath during a foot pursuit. You will need stamina to engage the fugitive later.
Oh, looks like he stopped by the spilled paint can.
Suspect might be intoxicated.
I used to know these kids who gave their cat stomach medicine to make it loopy.
Is there a moral to that story?
Dang.
Cats are susceptible to substance misuse. Shh. I heard something. I think it's coming from the piano.
Man.
That cat must be hiding inside. Let me lure it out.
Go ahead.
There it is!
Smart.
It's escaping! Darn it! It went through here, but that's a very narrow passage. Let's try the door.
You open it, Ulysses. Or I'll open it, I guess.
It's locked, but I can try to squeeze through that gap.
That's a good idea. That's what I was thinking.
Go ahead.
Okay, here I go. It's actually not as bad as I thought.
This was my first thought when I was looking through this crack. I was like, someone can shimmy through here.
Cool. Now let me get that door open for you.
Working together as a team, Washington. And
What was
think,
that?
To think you could have said, there's the dialogue option, go ahead and be a coward, and you'd never have this moment with Ulysses Washington. And like, this is a cool moment, man.
I'm afraid this time it's a one-way street, Mr. Cat. But where are you hiding?
He's in there.
There he is. Oh gosh, Fortune. You look a mess. You think he's all right?
The cat is fine. You can take it back to its owner. I will clean up any remaining mess.
Okay, see you soon.
All right. Oh, shit just got real. Dude, they just killed someone here. They just murdered him. Heavy blood loss. Or maybe he's not dead? It looks pretty dead to me. Oh, dude. 1 of 2 clues analyzed. in his head. Something jammed in there, a knife or something. Bullet wound, top of cranium, fatal. Yeah, he's dead.
It's Washington. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. What is your status?
We got a problem. I'm on the second floor and have a visual on multiple armed suspects entering our location. Most of them are heading your way, but I can hear some coming up the stairs.
Do not engage yet. Take your time and find the most advantageous location.
Got it.
Officer Washington.
Sir.
Keep cool. I'm coming up to you.
Glad to hear that, sir.
Keep cool, I have your back. I'm coming. On the way.
I don't think I can hold him off for much longer, sir. Ah!
What is your status?
I'm hit.
Remain calm. I am here.
That was tense. I need a breather.
Dang, dude. You got hit in the line of duty.
Officer Washington, your performance today was impressive.
Thank you, sir. Means a lot coming from you.
You will be fine. It is only a superficial wound.
See? I've told you that cat brings luck. Isn't this just wonderful?
I'm glad you and your cat or Fortune are back together, and I'm glad these dudes didn't kill us. Good job, Officer Washington. I wonder if the lady had anything to do. That's one of my thoughts. Is like, I wonder if she had anything to do with them being there. That's just kind of like, why were they there? They're like, did they tell her to lose the cat and then, you know, shout for help from the police so that we'd be there? I guess only the creator and they know, huh?
Is that true? Mary has to close a restaurant?
2 words. Delta City.
Project Doom.
Whoa. It's getting so cold. Luckily, the previous owner didn't need this jacket anymore. And it has no bullet holes.
Greetings. Waiting for the movie screening.
Just browsing to find which movie would most enhance my nuke experience.
The longer you stick to a path, the harder it gets to abandon it.
Amen to that. Nah, tell me, what's the next job for the police's finest duo?
I need information on Spike's whereabouts.
That SOB. I'll never forgive him for what he did to Briggs. Luckily, there ain't much left of the street vultures after the bank heist. They're probably laying low. But now you mention it, I heard about a biker who had a crash near the riverbank just behind the mart. So, your best bet is to check out the scene of the accident, or maybe hit up a nearby mechanic to see if they know anything.
You really want justice for Briggs?
We owe him. But it's more about Daniel and Gale. And I think everyone will sleep better once those butchers are taken care of.
Thank you. You have given me all I need.
I know you're busy, but there's something that I need your help with.
I will not be involved in any illegal activity.
That's very presumptuous of you. I just need help finding a VHS tape in the rental place across the street. The title slipped my mind, and I assume you've got like a database or something in your head that'll make looking for it a breeze. So what do you say? Will you help me look for it?
There are crimes happening that need attention.
That's not a no. I'll be waiting here if you change your mind.
Temptation. There's a chance that it would be illegal. Be kind, rewind. Maybe he, I don't know. Trust, man. But like, he is known for stealing, and he's high on nuke right now. So discretion, I guess. Maybe just say maybe later, and then I guess if it's meant to be. And there's much more important things to do right now. Question Ben or paranoid vagrant. Or, again, a choice between two. Why can't I talk to both of them? This is kind of weird. Like, why can't I talk to Ben? And why does the paranoid vagrant not have a name, dude? I'm gonna talk to Ben. He's right here.
Greetings, citizen.
Ah, the best cop in the hood is back. How can I be of service?
I am here in regards to a fugitive.
Oh, damn. What is wrong with this thing? I need to get that car down, or God knows what might happen. Can you help me out with this? It's new and I don't know where I put the manual.
Stand back.
Go on then. Let's see how it's done. I thought you knew how to bring that car down. Can't be that hard.
I didn't think that would be I still pressed the button anyway. Hold on. Lower the car. Okay. If I get under it, I can't get under it. Hold on, wait a minute. There is an interaction right there.
It doesn't start. Pop the hood.
Sir, yes, sir. I got you.
So, do you know what the problem is?
Mechanic work.
The coil has been disconnected.
That would explain the car not starting.
I detected an electric current inside the cooling tank. I recommend grounding it to fix the problem, but I am sure that you knew about that already.
What? I mean, I would never miss such a thing.
He's testing him. These are all tests.
Spark plugs are not the main culprit. There is no power. Battery is fine, stable, above 12 volts.
That's one thing checked off then. I'm guessing it's an easy fix.
Investigate the fault. Fix the fault.
It started. We're on the money. Well done, Robocop. You are one serious Swiss Army man.
I am best at catching criminals. I should get back to it.
Right.
You said earlier you were looking for someone.
A biker. Have you repaired any motorcycles recently?
As a matter of fact, I did. This big, chunky guy showed up. Bald head, big ears, and spiky beard. Wasn't really warm and cuddly, but he paid cash in advance. So why would I refuse?
Do you know the whereabouts of this individual?
I don't, but he asked me if I do paint jobs too. Then showed me a ripped-out page that had a tattoo design on it. He asked me to spray a mean-looking bird onto his gas tank.
Why do you think the design was intended for a tattoo?
The page he handed me had other graphics, which were clearly tattoo designs. And, as far as I remember, it had the address of a tattoo parlor that's close by printed on the bottom of the page.
What was the design you sprayed onto his motorcycle?
It was some sort of bird, but I don't know what it's called. I'm not a botanist. But it had a bald head.
An eagle?
Thank you for the information. Proceeding to the
Bald
tattoo
eagle.
parlor.
A bald eagle.
A botanist?
Yeah, he said botanist too.
Hello.
I didn't even catch that. It would be entomologist, not entomologist. I'm not even privy to, you know what I mean. We all know what we know, man. We have different information and interests, and I have a lot of interests, but I'm not, obviously not a master of trades. I do know some stuff, though. I like to learn what I can. Entomologist would be study of bugs, right? Or I suppose wildlife.
Full
in
metal
general.
armor and you still want piercings. Hey, respect.
I am
why
not
he's
here for that.
A tattoo, then. It'll really bring out that jawline.
Jeez, he's being nice too. And well, I guess he might be having. I take it as he's just being cool and like, hey, just how about I bring out your jawline? That's pretty violent for words for just casual conversation. This is against police code of conduct. I'll just say I have enough scars.
My body wears enough scars.
Believe me, you can never have enough of these puppies. Anyway, if you're not here for inking, what do you want?
A biker called Spike. I heard he was your customer.
I don't serve no bikers. Don't know who told you that, but it's a load of bull.
Are you denying making tattoos for the street vultures?
You've got no proof, cop.
Oh,
Now stay off my case.
Okay, now
I
he's
need to
showing his
get
true
back
colors.
to my work.
Now he's showing his true colors. Got no proof. Pretty much says it right there without actually the proof. It's like you're giving proof without proof that he can. He's saying you have no proof. It's like, yeah.
What next? You gonna try to tell me that I'm smuggling nuke in a red inker?
Do you?
You still here? I don't want my customers to confuse my parlor for an auto shop.
See, now that's just fucked up, dude. That's just fucked up. You talking shit about Ben. You gonna talk shit about Ben because you're getting investigated? That's low class, so to speak.
I found evidence of your connections to the biker gang.
I'm not telling you nothing, cop.
Spike and what is left of the street vultures are going down. It is your choice if you want to join them.
Ah, fuck. I told him not to come in here when he was so hot. He brought this on himself.
Where is he?
He's got a place nearby somewhere, but I don't know where exactly.
I am afraid this information is too vague.
His motorcycle must be parked outside. It's some sort of chopper. I don't know. You can check the plate number on that photo.
Wise choice for a scum artist.
Ah, I can't concentrate with all those reflections bouncing off your armor.
Yeah. You just do tattoos for anybody that has the money, huh? It's not even about like art and trade for you, it's just money, huh? I mean, maybe it is partly about the art and trade, but like obviously, you'll just like, oh, I'll just do tattoo, any kind of tattoo for anybody, right? Any kind of tattoo.
Hey,
So
Robocop.
if some
Mills would like
dude
to
came
have
in
a
here and
word.
wanted a swastika, you'd be like,
waiting in the
yeah,
car.
sure, buddy.
Come on, come on.
It is an honor to finally meet the hero of the city in person. It's a shame that our basketball team can't fill us with similar pride. Yeah, just lost to Atlanta. Some say it's because of a lack of team players. Do you think it's that important? Being a team player?
Not every team is worth joining.
Indeed.
You have a very multifaceted outlook. Impressive. As for me, I have always valued team play. That was the way things were when my parents worked for the city. My grandfather used to tell me that this neighborhood was a great place for an evening stroll. Now it's different. Kuzak allows the city to be taken over by criminals. He can't stop it because he's not a team player. He fails to realize that OCP has given this city its most precious treasure. You. I want to work with you and OCP to improve this city. I want to take care of your interests. It's about time someone did. But to make it a reality, we would need your support. So, what do you think about getting involved in politics?
Now, how I answer this is very important. I mean, yes, it is a civic duty. And, like, no, don't stay away from it. And no, he's not a passive observer. Obviously, he's not a passive observer. That'd be a straight lie. But who I'm talking to here is, we're having a different kind of conversation. So if I say, yes, it's a civic duty, that's kind of like, yeah, you know what? I guess it's not so much of a lie because you're telling the truth in what you're saying. He knows what you're saying.
I follow politics, but I do not take sides.
So you allow others to use you, becoming a pawn. You are the symbol of the city. Everything you do, everything you say has a political impact. No matter if you talk privately or publicly.
This is true.
You should choose what you want to represent. Incompetence and unaccountability, or partnership and determination. Only one of these paths leads Detroit to its former glory. You say you wouldn't join every team. So, let's create a team that you would want to be a part of. We have a common goal. Together, it will be easier to achieve it. You'll have to forgive me. We're already late for another meeting. Now think about what we've discussed. About what we can do for the city. Together, as a team. I count on your support.
Button, can it hear me?
Yes, sir. He can hear you.
Hey, Silverboy. The tracker says you were near the apartment of that domestic terrorist we talked about. Your memory is probably glitchy, so I figured I'd send you a friendly reminder. Check the place out. How do you guys end these? Over and out?
There's no need.
Over and out. Wow. How do you guys end these? He doesn't even know basic police work, and he's like in charge of the police. He's running things. Doesn't even care. Obviously, like, dude, fuck that guy. How you guys end these things? Don't even know. Aren't privy to that, and you're supposed to be the captain. Did you ever do beat work? Spike in a haystack.
Still no joy with the broadcast! Fucking OCP is good for nothing. Just be quiet, you moron! Yes, we'll get working in no time, Mr. Weather. Sir. Yes! We won't screw it up.
He's using you, just like he used us. He hired us, and he failed to deliver. We were
Talk about a sore loser. You had your chance and you blew it. Now it's the torch.
This dude is trying to warn you, you stupid, foolish person.
Chance to deal with him, biker bitch. We've got company. You weren't invited. Let's crush this tin can.
You saw it yourself. He needed us to extract brains from corpses.
Why brains?
He would never say. Andrew keeps his cards close to his chest.
Where is he?
Now? I bet he
Operator, requesting an ambulance. One unconscious fugitive suffering heavy blood loss.
Where is that radio? Where is that stupid radio? Fuck that, dude. Using music as a weapon like that, dude, to like, while you're like fucking torturing someone, dude, like that reminds me of that scene from Reservoir Dogs, dude. Fucked up, dude. That's just fucking wrong, dude. No, any way you slice it, you can't be like, oh yeah, we're the good guys. No, dude, that's fucked up. It's fucked up. You know what? I hope you change your life, Spike. Maybe you will. I think there's hope for you, Spike. Enabled computer scan required. Hold on, wait. There's something over here too. Oh well. Old mall.
Operator, Wendell's trail leads to the outskirts west of town, continuing pursuit.
I could have ended the transmission too, but that, I mean, that's not going to stop. He's got cameras all over this place watching, like he's a fucking watcher. He likes to watch and order and like not, you know, have goons and play everybody and like, you know, the dude is just a giant, huge, like fucking a million Kyrix. Wendell Antonowski, you are a million Kyrix of shit. What up, Kitty Cat? What up, people in general? Ghosts from the past.
First, they can't even connect a few fucking cables, and now they don't even answer.
This is the woman from the bank getting her story. Samantha Ortiz.
It's the new guy. He's waiting for some bigwig to show up. He's planning to do some psycho presentation.
And who is the bigwig?
That's what I want to find out.
Mr. W, we still have no contact with the funhouse.
I'm on the phone. We're ready. I understand, but please tell him that this is not a meeting that can be postponed. I see.
So, they ain't coming, right? Fucking suits!
Keep your anger to yourself, or I'll share mine with you. Who's there? Show yourself!
He's got some kind of...
Better not.
He's got some kind of, like, device on him that whenever Alex Murphy comes close, it, like, fucks up his circuits, I'm guessing.
As you wish, creep. You are under arrest. Come quietly.
Do you really believe that's what's gonna happen? Take care of him, boys. I'll meet you on the roof.
Let me make a prediction. I'm assuming, I'm guessing that his human side will override that machine bullshit, and he will fight through that shit and do what he has to do to stop this fucker. You know, whatever his name is. I already forgot.
What's up, metal freak? Forget where you left your car?
You better go, Miss Ortiz. It seems there will be trouble.
Right. There's the line. Roll credits. Antonowski, or yeah, whatever his name is, yeah. I'm just gonna call him Million Kyrix. Wendell Antonowski. It says right up there in the top left. He's Million Kyrix. He's Million Kyrix to me. Mr. Million Kyrix. We have the technology. We can make him shittier. Yeah, well, they have the technology.
Million Kyrix man, lol.
Right, the Million Kyrix man. There we go.
It's working, man! It's working! Get lost! I drive! Hey! You metal fuck! Wanna go first, man? Fleet total Robocop!
You did no such thing. You just damaged Alex Murphy.
Alex? Is that you? Come to us. Yeah, Dad, we're waiting for you.
Something ain't right about this. Something ain't right about this.
Dad? Are you coming? Dad? Dad, are you here? I'm scared. Come find me, please. Why won't you come for me, Dad? Don't leave me, please.
Dude.
Right. Dude is right.
Dad?
What's up, love? Oh, here, I'll get out the way. I mean, there's plenty of room there to move around. I made the room.
Oh, I'm saying. No, you're fine. I said I was on the phone with Melvin.
Oh, hey, Melvin. How you doing? That's good to hear. All right's better than not all right. Hey, better than all right, but, you know, still dealing with a lot of stuff. How you doing? What's up?
Life happens, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, life is complicated. So are people.
Did you have a good conversation with Sherry?
Yeah.
Sherry. What?
What's up?
He changed a little bit since I last, you know.
Yeah.
Little older, little wiser.
Yeah. Gained a little bit of weight, but we all have.
Still the same guy, though.
Yep.
See you, Melvin.
I got myself an ear purifier here. To, oh, you can't see. Come on, turn around.
I mean, I'll still be around here, but you know what I mean.
It pulls out like this stuff in the face.
Special offers at Juneberry Mall. Now a free gift for engaged couples. Goldfinch Jewelry has a discount on wedding rings. Choose something special. It's a symbol of your love and something for her to remember you by after you decided to get yourself killed and leave your family all alone, Alex Murphy. Don't hesitate. Come and take advantage of our offer.
This dude.
Over here, Murphy.
Taunting Alex Murphy. Taunting him.
Dad? Is that you?
With his family, man.
You look
Dead,
different.
Not even dead, passed on
You're
family.
scaring me. I don't like how scary you are now.
It's not your dad, kid. It's not even a police officer. I don't know what it is anymore.
That's not them, dude. That ain't them. That's something else, man. That Ann Lewis wouldn't say that. His wife and son would not say that. And Ann Lewis is in it. She's in a coma. She's not even passed on yet. So how can Ann Lewis be saying that anyway?
The remains of my husband, a police officer killed in the line of duty, were used to create some kind of a metal monster. I need to bury it to move forward with my life. Do you have a funeral suit that would fit that empty shell?
Dude, no way she actually said that.
Okay. It thinks itself as human.
A world-class husband. A father. A cop.
Did you hear? It's true. You're not one of us anymore. You're not human. And you're not a real cop. You're just the rotting remains of
Alex Murphy.
You're something that should never have been. Something
that should not
exist. We have to fix you. We have to erase you.
Lies.
And we will. Just come to us.
Jeez, man.
Come to the rooftop.
We're
waiting.
Lies. They're lying to him. Fucking with him.
It's not one of us. It doesn't even have a badge. It's the crap that is stuck to our shoe. A cuckoo egg planted by OCP. We need to clear our station of this shit. We must smash that thing. Fire at will.
That's not really them.
You're not one of us. You feel that too, don't you?
It's Million Kirik Man. It's Million Kirik Man and his goons.
You're back. There's coffee in the kitchen.
Nice house they had.
Do you like it? The mug.
World-class husband.
Dad, can you fix the camera? I think something's broken.
Examine the camera.
Hey, you fixed it! Remember I'm playing a game this afternoon? Dad wouldn't miss it, would he?
Pick me up at the station. I'll grab my gear.
Do you really have to go? You look so sexy in that uniform. Why won't you stay a little longer?
Sergeant Reed wouldn't say that either. And the people of the family in the police precinct would not say that and wouldn't try to kill Murphy. They know Murphy. It's not them. Dude, it's obviously Million Kirik Man and his goons. And
Do you not love your family? No attachments. No language. This is a gift.
Don't take him away from me!
Everyone wants to be back home with their families.
No!
Welcome, shopper. Let's take a stroll through your old home.
Do you go back? Go on with your life like nothing happened.
This is a one-family house built by ZM Industries. It's for sale because the head of the family to which it belonged was shot in the head.
Your family has forgotten you. Why do you want to remember that? You attach yourself to something that is the weakest in you. To the part that's still human.
It's the greatest part of him.
Why not make me an offer?
Why carry this burden? What is your sacrifice worth? Holding on to them makes you Destroy them. Destroy them before they destroy you.
This is existential.
Alex
AF.
Murphy, the one and the only. I'm here because you have something that belongs to me. You have my badge. Lewis gave it to me. Lewis is hurt because of you. Because you keep insisting that you're something that you're not. That you are still me and that I simply came back to life, but you're wrong. I'm dead and I want to finally rest, but you won't let me. Your delusions keep tormenting me and my family. You need to let us go. I want my badge back.
That's not him.
So I remember. Remember what? The lie? Lewis knows us. She would not lie. Give it to me. It's mine. But, Lewis, I want it back. This is my badge. Then I'll have to take it back myself.
That's not Murphy.
You are strong enough to take him. Don't forget you have a partner who's counting on you. Take this gift. Don't forget who you are. Alex Murphy.
Get up, Robo. Get up, for God's sake. That's it, Robo. Keep going.
Where's the chopper? The cops will be here any...
Wendell Antonowski.
Haven't you had enough yet?
You are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent.
Relax. I'm not your enemy. If I were, you would have already...
You have the right to an attorney.
I wanted to help you. Release you from the burden of your past life.
You want to use him like you used everybody else.
Lose them, right? Now I get it.
Anything you say may be used against you.
I can give you back those memories. All of them. We should help each other. We have the same boss!
Police!
God damn it, you again?
People need to see this.
Cuff him. He is a cop killer.
Of the lowest order.
Hands behind your back!
Can you hand me my lighter? It's a family error.
Fuck your lighter!
Lose it.
You mean this trinket? It'll be safer in the prison depository. You'll pick it up yourself in...
Never.
I don't know, 150 years?
Plenty of time for rehabilitation.
True.
Top story. Wendell Antonowski, the infamous new guy in town, has been apprehended today. Despite his glitches, Robocop was able to capture Antonowski. The malfunction has again been caught on camera by our own Samantha Ortiz. Robocop's efforts have prompted a public debate regarding its status as a machine. Here's a statement from John Mills, a candidate for the mayor's office in the upcoming mayoral election.
Today, Robocop has done more for this city than the current administration has done in its entire term. That's why I feel that it's time to give something back. If elected, I will be advocating to grant Robocop the status of a free, living human being. That's right. Vote Mills, vote Robocop.
Staying on the topic of OCP, the CEO of Omni Consumer Products suffered a heart attack earlier today. The self-made entrepreneur has been taken to the Gibson Memorial Hospital for observation. His condition is stable. We wish you a speedy recovery.
Wendell's in prison and the old man is on his way out? Could this day be any better?
Jeez, Steph, don't you have any respect?
Here's the man of the hour.
Congrats, Robo! You caught that bastard for what he did to Lewis.
We are not done yet.
Murphy, come talk to me after you're done with your evaluation.
Not over yet. What about myself?
I knew he'd get him. I just knew he'd be the one to bust that asshole.
Glad we have Murphy on our team.
Is that the TV personality I keep seeing on television? Have a seat, Robo.
Psychology
Something not many people know about me.
No,
I used to be a car mechanic before I landed this job.
Is that supposed to put us at ease, Morgan?
Right. A, B, better than a C, right? Not as
Congratulations
good as an A,
on
but better than a
catching
C.
Wendell. You seem to constantly be front page news. Not only that, your situation has become a topic of public debate. I imagine that could take a toll on anyone. How are you dealing with other people trying to determine your identity for you?
I am used to it.
Of course, it's not your TV debut, but the status of a human would make you an autonomous being. It opens many doors. Being given human rights would let you fully take control of your life. Is that something that you'd actually want?
He does deserve it, and he doesn't need other people's approval. I deserve it.
Yes, I deserve it.
And why is that?
I am human.
The idea of granting you human rights is a very important issue, but no more important than the main reason for today's session.
This game is way deeper than I thought.
Right, dude?
But I have the whole report on the heavy glitches that you suffered before capturing Wendell. The only other time you've experienced anything similar was during the slaughterhouse incident. That's when your partner was wounded. Now, you were fighting the person responsible for it. Do you think the severity of those glitches is caused by the intense feelings that you have towards either of them?
Well, he seeks, obviously, justice for more than Anne Lewis. It's not he only seeks justice for Anne Lewis, but between those three choices, revenge on Wendell, justice for Anne, or not knowing, I choose justice for Anne.
My partner is important. I needed to do right by her.
Yes.
I know how close she is to you. Let's dig a little deeper. Your typical glitches are triggered by sensory stimulation, similar to how most people experience memories when exposed to particular sights, sounds, or smells. But this wasn't the case with the other glitches that you experienced recently?
No, they triggered randomly.
That's what I suspected. And now tell me, what did they seem like to you when you experienced them?
What did they seem like when you experienced them? Nightmares, system failure, or corrupted visions of my past. All three are true. It'd be more like, I guess they are nightmares, but they are corrupted visions of his past. They weren't his true family. He knows his true family.
Corrupted visions of my past.
I think we're onto something. Your usual glitches were making you recall memories. No more harmful than remembering your wedding day when hearing Mendelssohn's March. We have to differentiate them from those severe malfunctions that you experienced in the slaughterhouse and at the mall. Those latter ones are the real problem, and we need to get to the bottom of it. But I think I've gathered quite a lot of valuable data, and at our next session, I'll present my conclusions.
And this sets a precedent for cyborgs.
Hey, Robo, could you stop by the cells on your way to Reed? Someone there wants to speak to you.
See, and the difference, too, between... Like, There's different types of cyborgs. Alex Murphy is a human being that is given new life as a machine. It's like the opposite of the Terminator. The Terminator is a machine that is encased in living flesh. It's the reverse of a Terminator, where Robocop is Alex Murphy that has been given new life, and like I believe, like I believe in spirits and souls, and I believe his spirit is in there. He was literally resurrected as part machine, holy man, fully man, H or WHOLLY, holy man. He's fully man, and he's part machine. But he's all person.
I don't know. If it happens, I'm definitely getting sacked. I've got a degree in robotics, not in human relations.
Sometimes I'm surprised you got a high school diploma.
I gotta pee now, but I'm gonna wait to pee until the stream is over.
I'd recognize those footsteps anywhere. Over here, Tin Man!
He says that, in a good way. I get that. He doesn't really think he's a Tin Man. He knows.
What did you do this time?
Why does it have to be that I did something? Maybe one of your guys just got a little overeager.
Did they?
No. But none of this matters. I'm here mainly to congratulate us. We did it. We got the guy.
We
helped.
We sure did, partner.
Any new leads?
Are you looking for trouble? This is the they lived happily ever after part of the story.
Wendell was conducting suspicious activity for someone at OCP. I want to know who.
The rabbit hole goes deeper.
Shit. I thought you were just looking to avenge your partner. I forgot that you're a dutiful officer. All right. I'll keep my ear to the ground and see what the streets are saying.
Good.
Very good.
Talk to you later, partner.
The rabbit hole goes deep. And we're some deep divers. I guess deep diggers digging deep.
You hear? The old man had a heart attack.
Seriously? I didn't think he had.
Rookie. Actually, I do. Still not used to working with one hand.
Murphy, in my office.
Being shot the first time.
Yeah? When?
When you get shot the second time.
What?
Catching Antonowski put a smile on a lot of people's faces, but we still have one unresolved issue.
Catching his accomplice at OCP.
Exactly. And when everyone realizes that OCP's been sabotaging us the whole time, mentions of a strike will come up again. We don't want that. So who do you think it is? Becker is an obvious choice. I just don't know if that's not too obvious. Do you suspect that Becker is on Wendell's payroll?
All signs point to him.
They do, don't they? And that leads me to another thing. Becker wanted to meet you. You're supposed to show up at some old factory. And he wanted you to come alone.
Of course he is.
A rather unusual request.
That's why I'll get Officer Washington to listen in. By the way, how do you feel about it? Can you trust him?
He is an OCP employee first, police officer second.
I know what you mean. Maybe having him listen in on your
Oh,
meeting with
Ulysses,
Becker
that-
will give us some definite answers to what his
Oh, I thought no. I thought he was talking about Becker. Dude. No. Hold on. No. We're gonna exit. I was gonna say, hold on. I guess it's not gonna save before I get to the next part anyway. It saved. The auto saved it before. No, we're gonna redo that one because obviously in real life I could be like, wait a minute, I thought you were talking about Becker. No. Ulysses Washington, I think, is a good kid. He just needs to be trained properly. So anyway, there will be a part 5 to this, and we'll have the conclusion, the finale for RoboCop Rogue City later on. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I gotta pee, and then I have to. Well, I don't have to do anything, I guess, but I'm going to go to the latrine after this stream, and then my wife and I are gonna go talk to Miss Cherry for a while and get that book that she so kindly got for me, and break up some boxes for her. So yeah, exit to menu. All unsaved progress will be lost. So we're gonna we're gonna do a retcon on that one.
No, we're playing Helldivers tonight.
That's right. I'm not gonna say no to that, Saber. I enjoy our time together. So it'll have to be
Roll
tomorrow.
JK if you can and want to.
No, I do. I know. I got you. Yeah. No. We'll plan for that, and then tomorrow, or maybe after you go to bed, if I'm still up, I'll finish RoboCop Rogue City. But either tonight or tomorrow. But yes, first priority before finishing this is to hang with my bro tonight. After hanging with my wife and Miss Cherry, doing some box breaking for her and getting that book, and I need to start reading that book once she gives it to me. I got lots of books to read.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, brother. Of course. Yeah, I actually am glad that she's giving me the book too. Beyond it just being a story about the Phoenix, I need to read more. I used to enjoy reading all the time, and reading is a great medium for stories. You know, it's ancient. It's before there were video games, before there were movies and TV shows. People read. They read books. So, and they still do today. Just, you know, other mediums have kind of taken precedence. But yes, this has been the end of part 5 of RoboCop Rogue City. I am Indomitable Phoenix, also known as Noble Phoenix. And I will see y'all later. May the Force be with you all. Always.
Good stream. See ya.
See you later, bro.